this one little mistake could be the reason why you're not getting clients. This one little issue in your sales systems might be the reason why your cold outreach isn't working. And it doesn't matter what you do. You could be doing Instagram DMs, Twitter DMs, cold email outreach, cold calling. Doesn't matter what channel you use. You could even have the greatest copy, have the perfect sales pitch, but if you fail at this one thing, one simple aspect, you could be wasting all of your efforts, no matter how many messages you send or whatever you do, and you'll simply won't get any clients if you do this one little mistake. You can have the best deliverability and get replies, positive replies, but they will be like people saying great outreach message, but this is not relevant for me, or I don't have the money to buy it. And the issue where the issues lies, where all of these sales systems are built upon, is none other than your lead or prospect quality. Now I know how you feel. Your short attention span type of brain got the answer that you clicked for, and you might want to click off the video, but I promise, if you're serious about building a business, serious about sales, you should keep watching. Even if you're an experienced person and you're actually getting results with cold outreach, the things I'm about to tell you will be super valuable, because there's a high chance that your lead or prospect quality has dropped significantly, and that influences all of your results. So now, for newbies and for experienced people, let me give you a refresher, tell you why exactly this is a huge issue in the sales world, and I'll tell you then how to fix all of it. So the issue I'm talking about is lead quality. A lot of people forget lead quality, and all they think that cold outreach is a numbers game, right? You always hear people say it. It's just a numbers game, send out more cold emails, do more cold calls. But that's where people go wrong, right? Yes, it is a numbers game. If you, for example, send 10,000 emails, you get 5, 10, 20 clients. If you want to get more clients, just send more emails, right? It is, in that theory, it is a numbers game. But it doesn't mean that if you have poop quality data, that you will succeed if you do a huge amount of outreach, right? This is where everything starts, on your leads quality, on your leads data, on your prospects data, because you're reaching out to these potential clients. If you're not, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter if you're doing Instagram DMs, Twitter, cold calling, cold email. It doesn't matter how good your pitch is. If you're reaching out to the wrong prospects, people that cannot buy your services, people that your services are not relevant for, people whose problems you do not solve, you're not going to get anywhere no matter how good your product is, right? If your targeting is off. It's like with ads, right? If you're, I could be selling water, but if you're not thirsty, you're not gonna buy it, right? So we want to find people who don't have the water and want it so much. The people who are in a desert and are thirsty. This way, if we find those people and we target these people, we will sell everything, all the water we have, right? Because if you just go out, I don't know, into a supermarket and you try to sell water, no one's gonna buy. Why would they buy your water? You can just get one from the shelf, right? So now let me tell you, okay, that's the problem, right? Lead quality. People don't have qualified leads. Now, how do you find qualified leads? Leads that will buy your services, leads that have the power, have the money to buy your services, and all of that. Well, it starts off first, and I'll give you 3 steps, a kind of inverse of this, is it starts off with pain identification. So first, you want to find out and think about who is suffering the most from the problem that your product solves. Meaning, you have a product, right, or a service, whatever. You're selling something. Basically, what you're just doing is your product is creating some sort of value, and value is created when pain is alleviated, right? This is kind of quote from Charlie Morgan, right? So, example, you're feeling pain or discomfort of thirst, so I sell you this water, which is valuable to you, right? So first, you want to find out who is actually suffering from the problem that your product solves, right? You first need to find that make a persona, right? What are you even doing? Maybe, I don't know, you have dog toys, right? So the person will be a dog owner, right? Because how will you sell dog toys to a cat owner, right? You won't. Exactly. So you first see, okay, you think about it, dog owners, right? Dog owners with pets, with dogs that have, I don't know, anxiety problems. Do dogs have it? I don't know. But right, whatever the product is, you need to think about it and dig deep, see who is actually feeling an issue, a problem that you can solve. So again, you're selling dog toys. I don't know, a dog toy that slows down the eating of a dog, right? Whenever it feeds, right? Maybe it solves some bloating issue, whatever, right? So you target dog people that have dogs as pets. Then you see which dogs actually suffer from bloating, right? It's the bigger dogs. So you then target people with the bigger dogs. Maybe then you look at it, maybe you're targeting, I don't know, maybe there are these companies that kind of look after your dogs. Maybe it's better to target them, right? Because they have a lot of clients themselves, right? So basically this way you're actually seeing who you could help. Because if this water is not useful to you, if I cannot help you, you will not give me money in exchange, right? Because that's what it is. Sales is just value exchange. You give me one type of thing, fiat money, I give you another, water in this case, whatever, dog toys, right? So now we know who our product is for, we know who our service is for. The next thing we have to filter down, go down deep that rabbit hole, right, is the perfect fit, what I call, right? So we know who would have interest in buying our product, but we don't know a lot of things. Like, do they have the money to buy our dog toys? Do they have enough feelings, enough urgency to buy our dog toys? Or is it just like, okay, I could buy it, I could not buy it? Who are these people? So you need to filter down even more. And you do this by looking at people who are, again, actively looking for a solution. Maybe in some Facebook groups, right? There are dog owners, they're typing away saying, hey, my dog eats too fast, how can I do this? Oh, and then you think about, okay, I have this toy that slows down the eating of a dog, right? Again, or because otherwise, if you're gonna be reaching out to people who do have those dogs, but the problem isn't something important to them, right? Their dog is eating quickly, but it's not bloating. It's okay. It can eat quickly. I don't mind, right? They're not gonna buy your product. They don't have the enough, I don't know, need for your product. Why would they buy it? There's no problem to solve, really. The dog eats fast, okay, whatever, right? Why would they need your stuff? No, you don't need it. So again, this is like all we're focusing on how important that problem to them is, how significant it is, how much of their life is affected. Because if the dog is bloated, its health diminishes, right? It's not going to be as active, so the pet owner might be sad, it's their friend. So then it creates the urgency. They do need the toy to solve the issue as fast as possible, because otherwise they might just think, okay, I see the toy, yeah, it's helpful, maybe good, maybe not, I don't know, right? And once you find this out, you find the people who actually do really, really, really need your product, right? Those with the real issue, you can go even further to filter down on few key aspects. And these aspects are basically on couple levels. So first you have what kind of your prospects actually have the money to buy your product. Of course, if we're talking about water, dog toys, there's low barrier of entry. But if you're selling services in thousands of dollars, you have to find who actually has enough money. So you can filter down by countries, right? You want to focus on, for example, USA, because they have the most buying power, right? That's where the most money is. And for example, for someone from USA, it makes more sense to spend $1,000 on a course than for someone from a third world country, because in a third world country, it would take you years to save that $1,000, but in USA, I don't know, it's a paycheck or something, right? You spend that on Starbucks every month. So you do that. First, you need to find who actually has the money. Then you also need to find who has the decision-making power, meaning who, for example, if you're reaching out to companies, right? We're no longer talking about dog toys, right? You're reaching out to a company. If you reach out to someone who's in marketing, but all you want to sell is some programming offers, right? They won't know anything about it, right? The guy in the marketing field doesn't have the power to agree working with you, because he's not entitled to do that, right? He's not the CEO. So you first need to find the most important person in the company who's in charge of the role that you're selling to. For example, sales, right? If I'm selling cold email automation software, I will reach out to someone in the sales department. And it will not be someone, a junior or an SDR. It will be a senior, like a senior marketer, like a sales manager, whatever, right? These people that are actually making decisions in the company, right? You don't want to reach out to the janitor unless you're selling some cleaning services, right? Maybe some brooms or whatever. But you want to reach to the top of the top, like the CEO, sometimes even the founders, right? To make sure you're reaching out to people who can actually sign the contracts and send you wire transfer the money, because otherwise you'll be talking to someone in marketing who's just doing silly dances on TikTok, you know, and they will not buy anything. They don't have the power. They don't even have the Stripe logins. They will not clear your invoices. So again, you want to find who is the right role, who has the budget, who can make the decision to say, okay, we're working with you, send a contract, let me pay you, right? And this also includes the company size, because if you're reaching out to someone, for example, with a company size with more than 200 employees, no one is going to work with you over computer with an agency, right? All of these companies hire someone in-house because they already have over 200 employees. Why would they hire an agency when they can just get someone in-house to do everything under them, right? Not separately. There's less risk. So you should target smaller companies, for example, companies under 50 employees, because they might work with agencies. Maybe some people with under 10 employees, they might not want to increase the headcount. So working with an agency makes sense for them. But it doesn't make sense for someone with 1,000 employees, right? It's insane. It would be super hard to get to them. And lastly, another thing, like I said previously, the right countries. You want to reach out to countries with the most buying power, in industries that actually do get your services, do buy your services or whatever. Because right, you could reach out to, I don't know, roofers. Maybe cold email would make sense for them. But if no roofers ever sit down in front of a computer and do cold email, well, yes, it might be valuable to them, but because they know nothing about it, there's a huge barrier for entry, right? They need to learn so much about cold email. Why would they buy it? Maybe they will try to just stay on word of mouth, maybe flyers, door-to-door sales, something like that, right? It just doesn't make sense. That's not the right industry for you. So this way you filter down, and filtering in some apps looks like this, right? I can actually show you because I have Apollo opened up, but you have filters like this. You filter down, for example, even by email, right? But overall what you do is you filter by job titles. As you can see here, I only have decision makers, people that can actually say, okay, Sam, let's go ahead, I will buy your services. You have the location also, first world countries with the most buying power, right? We have Europe, well, that's not a country, but United States, United Kingdom, Japan, all of that stuff. Also by employees. I only target companies up to 50 employees, because if I go anywhere higher, I don't think they will want to work with me one-on-one. They will rather hire someone in-house, right? Not some agency, not some other company. Yeah, of course, there are exceptions. I'm not saying it's impossible to work with someone as a partnership company to company, but I'm just saying this especially for like people who do services, agencies. So once you do this, and once you find out your ideal customer profile, exactly who you're targeting, who you're selling to, you can then start optimizing other stuff. Because there's no need to, of course, you can adjust the settings, do a great copy, email message, have the perfect pitch, the best CTA, A/B test, everything. But again, if your prospect lead quality is poo-poo, you won't get replies, or your replies will be like, oh, nice email, but I don't need your services, I cannot buy your services, I don't know, right? You'll have a lot of problems. So now you know exactly who you're targeting, scrape those leads, choose the right platform, choose the right message, and go make some money. Subscribe if you haven't yet. If you haven't, not good. And then maybe watch this video where I do something. I don't know what this video will be, but yeah, good video. So yeah, it was me, Sam. Have a good one, and peace.